Hi there, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mengs, and I welcome you guys back to another grand hero battle. This time around, we're taking on Narcian on Infernal difficulty. I remember when this map came out back in the day, and people couldn't do it, because it was stupid. And, well, not much has changed on Infernal difficulty. It's still a pretty stupid map. It's not so much about strategy, it's more about building a unit that can survive the onslaught of, like, every unit. Narcian himself is actually no big deal, but there's a, like, you gotta move a unit into the range of, like, 4 different units and hope that that unit somehow survives through buffs and clever builds. So I was like, okay, who's good at tanking ranged hits? Well, Fjorm. She has Distant Counter and the Ice Mirror, and oh boy, will you see the Ice Mirror being used to great effect in this map, let me tell you that. I also brought my my Brave Ike because my Fjorm and my Ike, yeah, I actually talked on, I don't know why I clicked on her there. They're actually supported with an S-rank support, which really helped. I'm not sure if this would have been possible if I hadn't supported them together, because I did that for the Tempest trials. So yeah, both Ike and Fjorm have the swap skill, and you're gonna see me take advantage of clever use of swapping to heal Fjorm up without positioning Mist in danger. So I also have a lot of buff skills on my units. I have buffing seals, and I even gave them some buffing skills, because you pretty much need every single buff you can get your hands on. I brought Mists. You don't really need to bring Mists. Any rehabilitating healer works. I gave her the Spur Defense skill and the Drive Defense seal, though, because, again, every bit of tankiness you can give to your unit helps here. All the other units are basically just there to ensure that your one unit on the front line survives. So, right here, I am moving Fjorm into position. You gotta be a little bit mindful with your movement because it's a pretty narrow choke point, and you want to make sure you get all your units into buffing range. So I start off by singing for Fjorm because that gives her some extra speed, defense, resistance, and I think just those 3 stats. And here, it's pretty much just all about tanking this archer. This archer has reprisal, so he hurts quite a bit once you start damaging him. Luckily though, Ice Mirror procs, which means that Fjorm doesn't take all that much damage from him. This guy is completely inconsequential. This guy actually helps me a lot in this battle because he prevents the other units from reaching me. So here, look at what I'm doing. So I'm swapping I'm swapping Fjorm with Ike, and then I'm healing up Fjorm. And then I dance for Mists, so that Mist gets a second healing off. This is I could have given her like Recover Plus or something, but I actually wanted her to heal twice. That means that the next time she heals, she will proc her Stillwater Balm and give resistance to all my units. And then I simply just swap Fjorm and Ike back. That way, Fjorm is still on the front lines. Now this Green Cavalier murders Fjorm, but thanks to her Ice Mirror, she doesn't take all that much damage. She still goes pretty low though. The thing about Fjorm is that she has a million debuffing skills on her. She has Attack Smoke and also Seal Attack, so this Bowfighter doesn't do damage to her anymore. She's debuffing all the units around her. There's no healers on Narcian's team, and there's no... So what you see is what you get. You can slowly whittle the enemies down bit by bit. I don't know why Narcian didn't move into attack, but I'm doing the swap trick here again, and once again, Rehabilitate gets Fjorm up. And this time around, I also buff her with 4 extra resistance, so the mages can do even less to her. And Asher is basically just here now to make sure that Mist can heal twice per turn, which is kinda needed, considering Fjorm really needs to be topped off. And once I am done healing Fjorm up, I will simply do the swap trick again to get Fjorm back on the front lines, and I will just whittle down the enemies this way. But notice this turn, how close Fjorm comes to dying. So first I get hit by a really hard reprisal, which, so Ice Mirror completely saves my life here. As you can see, I would have died without it. And I take down the Green Cavalier. Then comes the Bow Cavalier. He doesn't do any damage to me, but it charges up my Ice Mirror skill. And then again comes the Bowfighter, who procs Reprisal, which would have killed me were it not for Ice Mirror. So I had to time Ice Mirror perfectly to make sure I survived this enemy phase, which is kind of funny, really. And then, of course, there's the Sword Fighter, who doesn't really do anything. And now he dies. And, of course, because of the positioning of the enemies, the Blue Cavalier has to go for Ike. And, of course, with his Weapon Triangle advantage and close counter, distant counter, that a lot of people are angry that I gave him, he's able to take him down. So with that, it's pretty much just mopping up this bow cavalry as well as Narcian. Now, Narcian actually ended up being quite tanky. I didn't bring any bow usage or anything like that, so I was like, shit, we gotta make sure Narcian doesn't kill me. He doesn't do that much damage, but he does have the revenge skill, whatever it's called, so he does end up doing a lot of damage once you bring him low enough, so you want to be a little bit careful. And of course, my Mist actually survives around the combat against Narcian. I tested it, same with my Ashura, but I'd rather them not getting hit because they can't do any damage back to him. So I don't know why I moved Fjorm into range here. I guess I thought she was able to do something, but then I realized, hey, okay, she can't, she doesn't do damage, so I better just get her out of there. It's gonna come down to my bike to take down Narcian, but he is pretty competent in doing that, so it's not really a big deal. But as you can see right here, if you're not careful, if you bring Narcian low enough, he will proc Vengeance and end up hitting you pretty hard. So I could have easily lost at this point if I was a little bit reckless. So I bring up Ashura to Dance for Ike. I think this might get him into doubling territory. I'm not sure. No, actually, no. So what I'm noticing here that, oh shit, I can't bring down Narcian. I can heal myself up with Ether, but I'm not going to be able to kill him because he's very tanky. But I know that that my Ashura survives around a combat against him, so I'm not particularly worried about that. Even my Mist survives, because Narcian's really slow. He doesn't double any of my units. So as you can see right here, he goes for Fjorm again, but that's fine. She doesn't really die. And I know that the next turn, I'll be able to kill Narcian with Ike. So yeah, this was a very frustrating hero battle. It was not really tactical or strategical. It was just about building a Fjorm that could survive the enemy phase, pretty much. So yeah, that's how I ended up dealing with this. Hope the next one's going to be more exciting. Apparently a new one's coming out very soon, so I'm excited to see where that goes. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm glad a lot of you guys are enjoying my Grand Hero Battle and Bound Hero Battle videos. I do really enjoy figuring them out, even though they give me quite a bit of headache sometimes. I think I spent over, I don't know, 2 hours or something planning this one, so I don't like looking up guides. I like to figure them out on my own. So yeah, like and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.